We all know the name. Kennedy. It evokes images of Camelot, of a gilded age, of American royalty. But what if I told you the very foundation of that shimmering empire was built on a swamp of ambition, ruthlessness, and secrets so dark they were meticulously buried for decades? Forget the charm, the charisma, the carefully curated mythology. Beneath the polished veneer of power lay a man driven by an insatiable hunger, a patriarch who saw the world as his to conquer, and everyone in it as a pawn in his grand, often brutal game. This isn't just about a powerful father shaping his sons. It's about the disturbing lengths he went to, the lines he crossed, and the lives he exploited, all to forge a dynasty that would forever etch its name into history. Tonight, we peel back the layers of the meticulously crafted legend to reveal the truly disgusting legacy they desperately tried to hide. Watch until the end to discover the truth they never wanted you to know. Joseph P. Kennedy Sr., the formidable patriarch, the architect of a political dynasty. To the public, he was the shrewd businessman, the titan, the visionary who saw the White House as an inevitable destiny for his sons. His influence was undeniable, his wealth staggering, his children seemingly blessed with an almost mythical aura. He was the mastermind behind America's royalty. But beneath that meticulously polished exterior, a far darker truth emerges. This immense wealth wasn't merely earned, it was seized, often through means that shattered the lines of legality and morality. Every step on his chessboard carried a hidden cost, a stain history desperately tried to bury. Tonight, we delve deeper. We'll unearth how that empire was truly built and the truly disturbing secrets they never wanted you to know. Joseph Kennedy Sr. wasn't born into the elite, but he possessed an insatiable drive for it. From his earliest Boston days, he saw wealth as power, and he pursued it with a chilling ruthlessness. During Prohibition, while many floundered, Kennedy saw pure opportunity. He didn't just dabble. He masterminded vast, intricate liquor importing operations, transforming illicit booze into a torrent of untraceable cash. But it was on Wall Street where his cutthroat genius truly exploded. He didn't play by the rules. He leveraged insider information and speculative pools. Kennedy famously rode the bull of the 1920s, then, with chilling foresight, pulled out just before the crash, leaving countless others ruined, while his own fortune swelled exponentially. This wasn't merely shrewd business. It was a cold, calculated acquisition of wealth, the very foundation of the Kennedy dynasty built on moral quicksand. This early fortune, born of exploitation, revealed the patriarch's true character and laid the financial groundwork for everything that came next. Joseph Sr.'s political ascent wasn't merely about wealth. It was about unfettered power. His appointment to head the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, by FDR was a paradox. The notorious market manipulator, now tasked with regulating Wall Street. Yet he cleaned it up ruthlessly, showcasing his ends justify the means mentality. But his true ambition was global. In 1938, a jaw-dropping move. Ambassador to Great Britain. This wasn't diplomacy. It was a strategic power play. As Europe teetered on war, Kennedy's views became shockingly clear. He championed isolationism, openly advocating appeasement with Nazi Germany, convinced Hitler would prevail. Can you imagine? He brazenly advised the U.S. to stay out, making profound ethical compromises. His actions in London were a disturbing testament to the lengths he'd go, a legacy of alleged appeasement they desperately tried to erase from history. Joseph Sr. didn't just accumulate wealth, he forged a dynasty through sheer will, seeing his children not as individuals, but as instruments of his ambition. His sons, John, Robert, Edward, weren't given choices, they were assigned roles. Every political maneuver, every public appearance, meticulously orchestrated by the patriarch. The pressure on them, to live up to his impossible standards, was immense, a silent, psychological burden beneath the gilded facade of power. But what about the daughters? Rosemary, Kathleen, Eunice, Patricia, Jean? Their narratives are far less celebrated, far more tragic. While his sons were propelled into the national spotlight, the girls often faced a different, often cruel, fate. And for one daughter in particular, the patriarch's ruthless drive manifested in a decision so chilling, so utterly devoid of compassion, it would forever stain the family's carefully constructed image. A secret so profoundly disturbing, it would define the true horror of his legacy. But the deepest, most harrowing shadow of Joseph Sr.'s ambition falls on his eldest daughter, Rosemary. A bright young woman, she struggled with learning disabilities, an unforgivable flaw in her father's perfect dynasty. Joseph Sr. demanded perfection, seeing Rosemary as an imperfection needing fixed. In 1941, with chilling ruthlessness, he authorized a barbaric prefrontal lobotomy. His goal: make her manageable. The reality? Catastrophic failure. Rosemary was left permanently incapacitated, her spirit extinguished, her life shattered. He then buried her away from the public, from history, enforcing decades of silence. This, my friends, is arguably the most disgusting chapter of his legacy. A father's brutal act to preserve an image, sacrificing his daughter's existence. The truth they fought desperately to hide. The silence surrounding Rosemary's fate wasn't accidental. It was a carefully constructed wall, a chilling testament to Joseph Sr.'s iron will to control every narrative, every aspect of his family's image. But the impact of his ruthlessness extended far beyond one tragic daughter. You see, his calculated decisions, his morally dubious past, cast a colossal shadow not just over his own life, but over the entire Kennedy clan. Every ambition, every risk, every single line he crossed for power seeped into the very foundation of their lives. It was this pervasive darkness, this legacy of his own making, that many would later point to, whispering about the Kennedy curse. Was it just bad luck? Or was it the bitter harvest of a father's unyielding, often brutal, ambition finally coming due? So, what does this all mean? The Camelot myth, carefully constructed and fiercely protected, crumbles under the weight of the truth. We've seen Joseph P. Kennedy Sr. for who he truly was. A man whose ruthlessness knew no bounds, whose insatiable hunger for power drove him to exploit, manipulate, and ultimately commit moral failures that are truly shocking. From the backroom deals to the cold-blooded control over his own family, his legacy isn't one of gilded glory, but of a dark ambition that casts a long, chilling shadow. This isn't just about a powerful father. It's about the disturbing cost of unchecked power, the profound understanding that the glittering heights of American royalty were built on foundations they desperately tried to hide. The Kennedy name will forever carry a different resonance now, won't it? Thank you for listening to this story. If you found this journey into the hidden truths compelling, please like, share, and subscribe for more content.